how you feel. Asking all them questions. Asking all them questions. Why you asking all them questions? Making statements.
Hello guys and welcome to a Q&A. I'm doing just a solid Q&A this video. I actually tweeted out that I wasn't going to be uploading until like Monday, but I can't help it, but I've had a cold, so I do kind of sound a little bit sick, but I'm all good, I'm chilling. I'm not as bad as I was yesterday, so I'm definitely better. But anyways, we're gonna do this Q&A, so let's jump into it. It's not real, I'm hallucinating. So I just checked my thing, and it said I went from 762 subscribers to 782. I'm confused. 782, what is that, bro? That's gotta be fake. There's no way it jumped that easy. That's crazy, bro. Alright guys, so the first question we're gonna start off with is the YouTube question. I said in the video before, I was like, hey, just comment down your questions below. I'm not always motivated to make videos. Any tips on just staying on the grind? Yes, I do. I have a lot of tips on that. So the tips that I have are kind of similar to like anything else that you want to do in life. So if you guys are watching this and you just want to do something in life and you know what it is, take this advice as well. I'll try to keep it as vague as possible so it applies to anything you want to do. So for me, I kind of figure that like the more work you put in now, the more you can relax later. People think of teenagers as the age where you just get to relax and just kind of coast through school and then you get to college and that's where the work is. For me, it's like, no, like you shouldn't be relaxing. Like a lot of teenagers, they think they can just live free and just do what they want and just relax. For me, it's like, it's my time to work, you know what I mean? Because if you work at a young age, you get to celebrate and like relax later. That's for everybody. And then for YouTube, you just kind of have to love doing it, you know? You kind of have to have, you have to find like your like recipe almost. And I'm still figuring out mine, but like you kind of have to like enjoy the process and ride up more than just the destination, because if you focus on the destination and just getting there, you're never going to enjoy the process because you're like, wow, I don't have this or that, or I'm not there or whatever. So then you feel demotivated. So instead you kind of just enjoy the process and the ride up, and it works really well. It's actually really cool. So yeah, that's kind of my advice on YouTube. And then for life in general, I've saved that as well. When did you get your dog? I got my dog more than 5 years ago or so. I got her, she was actually a rescue. She was from a different county, but she was a rescue. And funny enough, my old secretary that used to work at my elementary school was the one that had her. And she had so many like dachshunds, like only dachshunds. And she was just like, I can't take care of her. I don't have that time. I don't really want to you know, she just didn't have, she had way too many like responsibilities with all the other dogs. Now we have her, we take good care of her, and she's amazing, and she's probably the chillest dog I've ever had. How did you do on that ISTEP? I had math all week. I didn't do good on ISTEP. I don't really like, I look at standardized testing as like, it's kind of like it doesn't matter to you. Like they say that colleges look at it, but they really don't. Like they look at like SAT scores, you know what I mean? And again, if you guys don't know, I mentioned my Indiana statewide like testing that I did this past week. I don't think I did too hot. I don't think I did like astounding, but again, I'm not really there to rep my school because my school's not what it makes it out to be, so it's just kind of like whatever, you know what I mean? So I didn't do too good. What keeps you motivated to keep your channel up and do videos for us? The last word, us, which is you guys, and it really keeps me motivated. I think God has an important aspect in my life to keep going as well. He's my main motivation, and I think that like, I don't know, like there's just something about YouTube that's always spoken to me, and I've just always felt very motivated to make video. And the fact that I've acquired some sort of fan base and so like some sort of like support system is just really cool. I look at it as like, this could be my future career, so I'm gonna work to get that, and I want to work to get that, and I want to use that platform to inspire others to get to that point, you know what I mean? Are Yeezys worth it, and what's a good alternative? I would say Yeezys are definitely worth it, not for resale price, but for retail. I think $220 is not a bad price. For me, to see how high the resale price is, I think it is kind of fair for $220. For resale price, I don't know, I think the resale price kind of makes them more like high up in the shoe ranking, you know? Like it's more of like a prestigious thing to have. A good alternative, NMDs. NMDs are so comfy. They're made by Adidas, they look dope, and they're kind of pricey as well. How do you get your vlog footage from your iPhone to your Mac? Okay, I'm gonna show you this. So this is the USB-C port that I use. So with that, I take my iPhone cord that I use to actually charge my phone, and then what I do next is I take this and then I plug it into the adapter, and then I go ahead and I plug it right into the Mac. After that, I go to the end of the cord, and the end of the cord, it comes to this. And then what I do with this cord is, well, you know where this goes. I plug it into my phone, and then I open up Photos. So you guys will see that my phone pops up right there for the import tab. And then I'll select import, and then I'll select, well, it says to unlock. Luckily it did that. Then I'll select all the files that I need in the video stuff, and then I'll be good to go. And then I'll take all this stuff to my desktop, and then I'll drag it over to Final Cut, and then I'll start editing. And you guys can't see that stuff because that's a future film. Anyway, did you ask out your girlfriend, or did she ask you out, and how did it go? So back in about August, September era, I had this class. Maddie was in that class, and I just kind of like kept eyeballing her, and I was just like, wow, like I really need to at least talk to her. And me, as the kid I am, I have such bad social anxiety sometimes. So I was so nervous, right? She posted a photo about her birthday, and then I went ahead and sent it to her via DM and said, hey, happy birthday. We sparked a conversation. A couple days later, we were good and conversing and stuff like that. And then I started to go to her locker and kind of talk to her. And then we talked for a while, and then I kind of came across like I didn't want to have a relationship, which was awful. To keep things vague, something really bad happened. It kind of just showed me that like I just needed her and I just wanted her. And so best things came to best, asked her out on the 2nd of February, and now we're just a happy couple. It's all good in the hood, and I'm super proud to be with her, and it's a really great thing. So yeah. If you could live as the other gender for a day, would you? Honestly, yes, just so I could vouch for periods, because a lot of dudes seem to like really bash girls and they're like, oh, suck it up, it's just a 1 week out of the month. But like, I'd love to experience it, as bad as that sounds, just to see how painful it is, then so I can vouch for them. Also, just to see what it's like to go through it like a girl's mindset, because I never really know what it's like. I don't know how it is to be a girl. No one knows what it's like to be the opposite gender of them, and like, it's just really trippy, It's like, what kind of I love this question. What kind of content will we be getting this summer? So basically, how do you plan on spending the summer? By the way, everybody's gonna be so lit. Everybody is gonna be the best album ever, dude. Like, Logic's gonna, he's about to kill it, bro. This summer, I'm gonna be uploading a lot of stuff. I'm gonna be grinding videos. I'm gonna be going to, next month, I'm going to Gatlinburg. It's a little town in Tennessee. It's like a strip of like just a bunch of stores and a bunch of sick stuff to experience and go through. It's a very good vibey place. I'm pretty sure Patrick's going with me. If you guys don't know Patrick, subscribe to him down below. He's a beast. He's a genius. Anyways, we're going to Gatlinburg, so I'm gonna be vlogging that for sure. And then during the summer, I'm just gonna be making films, videos, gonna be working to get a camera and just start making like more professional looking stuff, and just grinding out my life the way I should be, because summer for me is not a relaxation from school. It's actually my productive work time, unlike most of the years of school, and it's just kind of, it's gonna be a really good time, so I'm really excited. To say the least, I'm working on a lot of stuff. I got one coming for you guys right now, film-wise, and I can't say much. I couldn't show you earlier. I still can't talk about it right now. So anyways, what are your favorite memories from elementary school? I had a lot of good memories from elementary school. I really did. I did enjoy elementary school. It like taught me my necessities, you know what I mean? I think the best things that I had was like, we used to go on these field trips. There was 2 of them. No, there was 3 of them. We would go to southern Indiana, which was like, it was just a very vague title of a field trip. And we literally went to southern Indiana and went and explored the historic aspects of Indiana. And then the other trip was Bradford Woods. If you guys don't know, that's a place where you go camping, and it's just super fun. It was a lot of fun to just experience and go through. It taught me a lot about outdoors, and me as the gamer nerd that I am, I was like, these graphics are amazing, bro. So it was really nice to go outside and, live an actual life. Then there was the 3rd one, space camp. Space camp was the best 4th grade experience or school experience I've ever had. We literally left for, I believe it was like a weekend or so. And we went to somewhere in Alabama. I forget the city. It was somewhere in Alabama, I think. No, was it Georgia? It was somewhere down south. It was either Georgia or Alabama. I forget which state. You would go to this like place that they had like a space place there, and it wasn't a space station, but it was a place where you just learned about space. You got to ride. They had like a little launch tower to like simulate like shooting up into the sky. And then they had a G-Force thing as well. And it was so much fun. Like, it was the best experience I've ever had. I've never loved going to a school thing in my life so much. It was literally the coolest experience ever. If you guys ever get a chance to go down there. You know what? I'll leave a link down in the description of the place, of their like site or something like that. I'll try to, because that place was so cool. Are you excited for the future? Yes, I am. I'm so hyped for the future. I cannot wait to see what God has in store for me. And I'm just so blessed to even be here right now talking about, YouTube and my future. And I really do feel confident in it, and I'm not giving up on this ever. What do you edit with? I use Adobe. I edit with Final Cut Pro on my Mac. I've seen Adobe and I really can't get into it unless it's Photoshop. I use Photoshop to make my thumbnails. Is a stove no matter where you go? I'm just gonna speculate and say yes. Donde está la leche? Hold on. Right there. What's your favorite sport to watch or play? I like to watch basketball, and then I like to play basketball as well. And the last question is, what's your opinion on Post Malone? I love Post Malone. I think he's so talented. He's a beast. He's really unique, honestly. He's not exactly a really specific genre. He's just overall good. So definitely a huge fan of Post. But yeah, guys, that's been it for today's Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed. And also, thank you guys so much for 780 subscribers. I've been gaining a lot of subscribers recently, and I have no idea why. It just kind of like, I checked it, and it was like 762, and then it just jumped. And now I'm at 783, and it just means everything to me that you guys care and subscribe and show support. Just keep sharing my videos and just get that stuff out there, and just thank you guys so much for the support. It seriously means everything to me. And yeah, guys, this has been Safe Infection. I love all you guys so much. Peace out.